This is a NVIDIA Shield TV. Alright, okay, so coming in from NVIDIA is the NVIDIA Shield TV. Now, I'm fully aware that this second incarnation of the NVIDIA Shield TV has been out for around 3 years, but it's taken me that long to actually get down to purchasing it because I've been totally immersed in Roku. However, recently the Roku remotes, two of them have decided to stop working properly, sporadically, on the Wi-Fi connection that it has, and I frequently have to retune it. I just got a bit hacked off and decided I'm going to go with the NVIDIA Shield TV. The last year I've held off buying one because I felt like they're going to do a refresh any minute now, but given the low price of it currently with the controller and with the games controller and the regular controller, I felt, well, you can't do any better than this right now, and there isn't another alternative. I want Android TV on my TV, and Roku's messing about a bit, so why not? So, on the back we have the Shield, what's inside the box, the Shield controller, the Shield remote, and the power adapter. This is still powered by the Tegra X1 processor, which is a wee bit old, long in the tooth I suppose. These 256 core NVIDIA graphics. Okay, 64-bit CPU, 3 gigabytes of RAM, and 16 gigabytes of storage with the USB expansion, which you can combine together to host most of your apps and things. It's very hard to find the 500 gigabyte version now, and it's just that wee bit more expensive, and given that there's a spinning drive inside, I don't feel it would be up to the task anymore. But those who have it don't seem to be reporting any problems with it, but it's one more thing that can go wrong. Android TV 4K HDR, which is another reason why I wanted to get this, to get 4K on a 4K TV. Given that a lot of Netflix is now in 4K, and there's a lot of options for 4K. HDMI 2.0, 802.1ac, MIMO dual band Wi-Fi, Gigabit Ethernet, 2 times USB 3.0, which is useful for the expansion, and then digital home, all that kind of stuff. HDMI CEC, so you can control your TV through the remote control as well, which is very happy. Nothing on the back. Around here we have the Shield stand, which is the accessory that you can buy for it. Nuts. I had actually hoped that this would be the package, but well, you can't have everything. At least the controller's in it, so because beforehand they'd sold these two separately in the first generation. So here we have it on top, plus the controller, and it's a lot smaller than I remember. Well, people have always said how small it is, and I think I saw the first incarnation of it in a shop once. So we have this neat green line here, we have some lines there and there, we have the NVIDIA logo down here. Along the front we have a greasy fingerprint from my greasy finger, and it's very cold, by the way. It's just come in from delivery, and there's a wee exhaust here, or air sucker inner, or just heating sorting out holiness. Nothing on the side. Round the back is where all the action is. We have a USB Type-C here, an Ethernet connector, HDMI, and 2 USB 3.0s here, one of which will take a dedicated USB of about 64 gigabytes, and then I can stick in another one if that suddenly runs out, or you can plug in a large 4 terabyte hard drive, for example, or something like that to store all of your content on, or turn it into a Plex server, that kind of thing. And there's more of a grill here for heat dissipation and allocation and that kind of caper. Yeah, it's tiny, it's lovely and small. Okay, so we also have the remote, which is really thin, and it feels good in the hand. There's a D-pad up here, a button in the center, D-pad, then back button and home button, I'm guessing, and a microphone for voice searching and things like that, because this has Google Assistant built into it now. I believe this is a volume switch here. You can put your finger up and down it and control the volume of your surround sound or your television as you need. And then there's the IR blaster on the front there. And down the bottom there's a small indentation. I can't remember for the life of me how this charges again, whether or not you can hook it up or something, but it runs on magic. And then in underneath here, very politely, we have the power brick, which is obviously regional. It is nicely branded with NVIDIA, which is more than welcome, because I hate power bricks that don't come with some kind of branding on them. And then you're searching around behind your TV trying to work out which one do I pull out. Is this the one that leads up to the surround sound, or is this the one that I'll go with this one? Oh no, that's the Xbox or something. Who knows? Yeah. So it's a switching power adapter, and there's the inputs and outputs just there. It's quite big, I suppose, but giving us a switch so that I can ship it anywhere in the world. And then in here, I'm hoping we have a USB or a UK adapter. No, that's Europe. This side, UK. Okay, fair enough. I'll keep that over there. We'll close this down, and we'll put it back in and put it that way so it sticks in. That's pretty much it, aside from this big lump. Oh, there's more under there. Brilliant. This is the controller, which feels very much like an Xbox controller, and that's not a bad thing. I do prefer the Xbox controller over the PlayStation controller. Just me. Some people don't, some people do. It's got this nice kind of ridged feeling that's all different angles and things. I wonder how well it feels in the hand after a long term of playing. Recently, for the last year, I've been using the Steam Link to link up to my computer to play games, and I will so welcome this right thumbstick, because the touch sensor of the Steam Link is just a pain to use, especially in first-person shooters. So we've got a Y and an X and an A and a B. We have a play button here, I believe, or something, a home button and a back button. We have a D-pad that doesn't feel like there's much travel in it, but generally they don't use these for games, other than perhaps retro gaming and using a NES emulator, which this is totally capable of doing, and all the way up to GameCube and I think PlayStation 1 as well. You probably won't use this for anything more than bringing up an inventory or superpowers that you need to select between, because most of your action goes through these. There appears to be a microphone there. That's a button too. And that might be that volume sensor here as well. That would be great if you could do it just the volume from this without having to reach for the controller. Around the back we have a right trigger, or left trigger even, and a right toggle, or whatever you want to call it. There's quite a bit of travel in that. It feels fairly solid, and the same with this side on the right hand side. Then we have the micro USB charging port there. It's interesting to see how long the battery will last on this. Great. So this looks really nice. There's no other buttons on the back there. The Steam controller has 2 buttons here, but this doesn't have that. And then, oh, there's a headphones socket down there as well. Great. Okay, so I'm busting to go and get this plugged in. Here we have a quick start guide. Really simple. Plug HDMI into TV. Plug power. Right, okay, so that's the power connector there, not USB Type-C. It does look like it though. Yeah, it's a proprietary connector that doesn't have the rounded edges of USB Type-C, so you can kind of understand why I made the mistake. But then this was out before USB Type-C. I'm an idiot. I do apologize. And then navigate around with the controller. And numbers if you have trouble. There is the micro USB charge cable, which we will keep plugged in. I'm guessing you don't have to keep it plugged into this exclusively. If, like me, you have a USB hub in your living room for charging various things, you can plug it into that. I keep it in a cupboard. It's very clever. And then you put this away in the cupboard for a while to charge, and then bring it out whenever you need to use it. And it keeps the room very clutterless. So yes, you can identify which this is, which is very nice. You can So if someone picks it up and starts using it on their phone, you can say, no, this is for the Shield. Don't do that. Stop it. And then down here we have a support guide in various different languages. Safety information and that kind of thing. So we'll put the boring stuff back in the box. So I'm going to go and set this up and see how it goes to get a flavour of it. If you have any questions about how it's going, let me know. I plan to do a follow-up vid on just exactly what I've done with this, because I want to get into a bit of retro gaming. I have an awful lot of games. I can't be bothered setting up all the games consoles, so I want to be able to use this to play the ROMs of the games that I own across various different systems. I also plan on doing the GeForce gaming and Steam gaming, and I believe you can now link up your Uplay account as well, so I'm going to test all that out and see how it's going. So check back in the near future. There should be another video chronicling my outcome of connecting this up and how we're getting on. So thanks for watching. If there's anything you want me to test in particular, let me know in the comments box down below. Hit that subscribe button. Give us a wee thumbs up if you fancy. And other than that, take care.